Abum ana esibu so anopa me breaking news ma wo Chairman Wontumi Exim Bank case me koda me so na mun say bi se bi twatro. But that's what I always say to people, vindication lies in the womb of time. Vindication about NPP cases every Andy Appiah Kubi. I'll give you evidence to that. Ohene Kwame Frimpong MP for Agogo Asante Akim North MP. Yet about 2 months ago, Schiphol Airport, Netherlands. Say issues be allegations of romance coming there against the United States. Finally, update about official sources from the Foreign Affairs Minister Okudzeto Black. It is our two stories in Anamedema. But I also want to beg of my listeners before I go. So we can be about me. Open my time. Let's not denigrate each other. You see, especially on the Wontumi matter. A lot of people are emotive about it. In time, when I'm doing it, I always want to, relax about it. So people are always emotive about it. So let's just keep it like that. Let's just keep it there because I'll give you the facts. And I'm your partner. I know details of certain things, but I don't have the permission to say. I'll give you a clue of it, and maybe I also predict for you how the case will go, as we did in the Summer Boy case. And yes, we are not lawyers, but you are journalists with sources, and certainly I'll give you the exclusive in this video. It's special, so best subscribe. More subscriber, no click the notification. The video be to who knows much. You have a comment, feel free leave that comment in the comment section. Special, so we could Goldberry Construction Limited. All the episodes in Wasasan Krata, some of the documentations related to your house, Goldberry. Bedi say Jumani Nama. So you're a flood victim. Mesro so we could Goldberry. On my show, I put it back the state of your building into baby abe pepa, ebe kama bibia at the amount. Now, Yanko Ujmani, Yanko Skipo, Netherlands. Yanko Netherlands. This is the current update on Ohene Kwame Frimpong.
I shall now turn to the detention of the Honorable Member of Parliament, the Honorable Ohene Kwame Frimpong, which many of you have been waiting for a comment from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Today you have that statement. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are all aware, the Member of Parliament for Asante Akim North, the Honorable Ohene Kwame Frimpong, was detained on 10th May 2026 at the Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam by Dutch immigration authorities under United States extradition order. Following his detention, our mission in The Hague has taken up the matter and is offering consular assistance to the Honorable Member of Parliament. They are coordinating with his family and his legal representatives, as well as relevant Dutch authorities, to ensure that he is treated in accordance with internationally recognized standards and that his rights are not violated. I can confirm that on the 24th of May 2026, I personally paid the Honorable MP a consular visit in The Hague. I also note that he was doing quite well when I engaged him. I also had the opportunity of interacting with his lawyer during my consular visit to The Hague. In addition, during a courtesy call on me by the Dutch Minister for Justice and Security, His Excellency David van Wiel, on 21st July 2026, only a few days ago, I raised the matter with him, and the Dutch Minister for Justice and Security assured that the Dutch government commits to due process and will ensure that the rights of the Honorable Member of Parliament are protected. We wish the MP the very best as he battles this extradition order. As we have always demonstrated, regardless of background, political persuasion, creed, place of birth, once you are Ghanaian, the Foreign Ministry and our missions abroad will always extend consular support, no matter the nature of your distress, no matter what you are going through. You are entitled to our consular support, and we give it freely, without discrimination, without let or hindrance.
Yes, next or still or battle extradition process, and then I've told you that there's a process that will go on if he's supposed to be there for a long time that will declare his seat vacant. Minimize at the end of that, so I don't want to go into that matter, but I think that maybe periodically, maybe every month, every 2 weeks, the government can update us on some of these matters and people will know. Now, NPP cases near friendly Appiah Kubi in some no. It went all the way to court, and upon reporting, I'm saying that Appiah Kubi in the court. So I'm going to watch my video. I didn't want to lie. I didn't say me can't trust on. So it is the fact and the evidence I have. For the first time, NPP platoon, Mongo want to be court, NPP from Penny Fubi did let you say that. No, you saw it, right? Then Mongo say somebody like my good friend, the MP from Menchia South, like Abafwa, Ekasa, any idea. Mongo Bisada, Debbie.
This morning for the case of the Republic versus Chairman Wontumi in respect of the Exim Bank matter involving Wontumi farms. The party has since directed the cases involving Chairman Wontumi will be taken over by the party's legal team. And so in respect of this matter, Mr. Samuel Atachia is leading it, and then I'm assisting him together with other lawyers of the party. We're in court this morning, and the AG brought to the court's attention that the initial plea bargain negotiations, which was commenced prior to the conviction in the other matter, couldn't continue or couldn't come to a conclusion because of the conviction and subsequently because of also the withdrawal of the lawyer in the matter. The court, taking cognizance of that, or also decided to indulge the parties to continue with the negotiations so that we could finalize it and notify the court. And so the matter has been adjourned to the 27th of August to enable parties go back to the negotiations table to finalize it and bring it to the court's attention.
Now, Wontumi lawyers, Andy Appiah Kubi, na papa ya, na wa kesben FM. Oh, me refinidi. Ana ya case na from some. Omde ama samo atacha. Ninjo maji case na samo atacha no akasa in court TV.
Exim Bank. Share with us today. You have asked for time essentially to go and renegotiate as part of the plea bargaining. Share with us essentially what your prayer to the court was.
In the first instance, you are not kind to say that I'm a lucky man. I've put more work on my shoulders. But essentially, the judge agreed, and Honorable Deputy Attorney General Service House agreed that you attempt a plea bargain and then come back to the court and announce it. So we'll take up that initiative and see whether we can broker a deal, and that matter will come to an end. So that is what happened. But relating to the Edubuahin case, Cromwell, who was the last witness and investigator for the Attorney General, is still in the box. And today he made several concessions. I didn't understand the national security space. And I begin to wonder, I don't have to say so many times, how can we investigate the national security when their matters are clandestine, when they do undercover operations, when they have even operatives functioning in banks? How can you come to terms with a space that you don't understand? And why should we use your ignorance to send somebody to jail? So this is where we are. Tomorrow is a good day for the judiciary, so it won't come. But Wednesday we'll continue with it and see how it pans out. But it's very, very unfortunate. He made several admissions. I didn't understand the national security arrangement.
Council, let me draw you back a little on, still on Wontumi. The party says it's taking over all of Wontumi's cases. Does that translate to the Tano Nimiri case as well? Will you be taking over as counsel for Wontumi in that matter as well?
Yes, indeed. And all the cases associated with Wontumi have taken over, and then we'll see how we prosecute them.
Yes. Now the basic thing is that it's clear that the NPP have lost some confidence in Andy Appiah Kubi. That's the truth. That's the truth. And for me, That's why I always say that when we talk about people, don't take it personal and make it seem as if someone has a personal vendetta against somebody or wants to tarnish somebody. There's no gain. Maybe some people have that ulterior motive, but me use it today. And I've told you this since the day Andy Appiah Kubi did that FM interview. Anybody who was watching, you don't need to be a lawyer, you don't need to be a watcher. He crippled Wontumi's defense. It's palpable. He sits on TV, discuss the cases and all that. Friday I see and now TV3 that I play for you. Do you think it's fair? At least the NPP, and I'm even told that the flag bearer was involved in that decision. In fact, there's a truism to that. He came to Kumasi, communicated, he did an emergency meeting in Accra. So that tells you how well the NPP feel that. So I'm not careful. To me, it more troubles because the cases are not concluded. The Asian bank, he opted for the plea bargain. Well, what about Tanomrim? Because I can tell you, say, the evidence I say to have seen, the brief facts I've read to you about the Tanomrim case, Wontumi and careful, you find yourself in trouble. It doesn't mean I hate Wontumi, it's the fact. So I beg you, let's not make this channel one of those channels that's a better acrimonious is there, people against people. No. Let's live in harmony. Let's discuss the fact of it. There's no reason why I will come and not catch this story about somebody when I cannot have the evidence to it. I knew this was the decision. But said that they be American. Sometimes I just want people to speak, to comment on it before I come. In fact, the plea bargaining, let's not go there. So that's that. So the Tanomrim case to Yera Samuel Atachia has taken over that case and also. And for me, I think that lawyer Andy Appiah Kubi, that doesn't mean he's a bad lawyer. I just feel that it's a matter of strategy. In fact, and when people watch the video, you see, in this country, one of the things I struggle is that, oh, when this in your custom, to me, NPP, I block my mind. Hey, me say me. Won't me say, oh, you probably be a Western day, me you say it. I'm not kidding you. I did be woman, and I'm kasa. The reason I keep saying you don't need to be a lancer. There are certain things. Uno be kasa, binkoye bibi man, ujinidi asan krate bi ni ho. Say ni panasemba klubet me twana ho ye bibi ana. All these things are things you should learn. So beyond you being happy or unhappy with what Wontumi is going through, there are things practically you can learn from what Wontumi is going through. And that is the most important thing. As for the 20 years, there's a process. He will go through the process, the appellate processes and ventilate their grievances and everything with the judges at the appeals court. 3 judges will sit on the matter. If you go to the Supreme Court, I think 5 or so will sit on it. And they will discuss these issues. But the lesson in here, never be brave. Sometimes wow no kasa. And you see, Wontumi case. If you even read Wontumi's witness statement, it's clear. So sometimes they were one kasa and war kasa. Those are the lessons you should pick, not this acrimonious trying to pitch hairs against hairs or another thing. And a story no, they say I go to bani yedi. Kind of that story was today be an ye. I said in Ketania Haruna fight by. Yeah, video and day be an ye. What the abba, Sani Bayan. And ne see a coach will be an NDC MPB, but a Sani Agora wasn't ye. Tell Montias, yes, such as here. Then for me, as I said, take the important learning lessons. And on me as a young man, Ayame Mahu my benefit in all these things. The lessons in there, how people you trust, how you just have trust with people without even putting in certain safeguard measures. You know, those are the things that we must concern ourselves with in this Wontumi issue. And have cognizance of the fact that when times change, people can expose you. And therefore, whatever you are doing with people, don't think that is foolproof. Oh, they can do that. Depending on the circumstance. In fact, when you listen to the deputy AG, they could have still prosecuted the case without Henry Ogu. Two of us. If you listen to the video, not just that you wanted to comment and you listen to the video, nitty-gritties of what happened. They could have prosecuted the case without Henry Oku. But Henry Oku made it easy. That's what he said. So it tells you that your business partner now want a deal. And then that is what you must learn. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, One, menye Wontumi lawyer. Two, enyam na mekoye galamsey no. Enyam na mekoje asase wo baabi a. Memfa Wontumi nko court. You see you. Memfa nko court. So the lesson for you is that boyere then anane ye bibi bo betima use you against you. Or business partner then anane you the baby be against you. Abrante na no koto asase no. Did you document something? Transaction. And now me can be momo and people are downplaying it. They say, oh, more be fiscal cash. I possibly do momo. All these are things I've learned throughout these oral cases. So those are the things you should learn. In fact, the day I'll give you the details of how certain prosecution witnesses turn out to be certain accused turn out to be prosecuted, you know something. Come not do by a case is a nyama head murdered. Yes. But you follow, then we rather blame people who have nothing to do with the case. Unfortunately. So I beg you, don't go after anybody. Me and Hame and Kamadelete is a channel media. Kamadelete come and Hame intina hunu. So don't attack them or anything. And I also saw someone write about Yera Opuni, any other people, only prosecutor. I've always been against that thing. This was the first time I've said it. I've always been against that thing. That is why I'm happy someone like Atufo said they didn't take that route. I've always said it. He went to the appeals court, they acquitted and discharged him. Because in those cases that only prosecutors were filed. In the NPP come today, they can't open those cases. But Atufo's in case, and it went to the appeals court. I think Justice Kwekuteria Kabwa for Joseph Mensah and a Bakubi. Is it Joseph Mensah or Bakubi? Yes, Baku Mensah, a Kabwa for me camera. There is a 2-1 decision. And he and the Biano Murphy Papa, Jakba were acquitted and discharged. Not just acquitted and discharged. So anybody who knows me, I'm against these things. But hey, you're entitled to believe what you want to believe. At the end of the day, there are 2,000 videos on the channel. So whatever everyone is saying or what I'm saying is in the video. Whatever you're also commenting is in the video. And the Maisula Mufen Chame, there's a lot of things that cannot be publicly discussed until Mufen Chame. So that's that. That's the update I have for you on this matter. Especially so subscribe. Subscribe and click the notification. The video be at my favorite. So be sure to see you. Ghana see you. Bye bye.